100 rated chess, but you may not alert the civilians, you may not capture pawns and pieces that are next to a pawn. Absolutely diabolical, but after days of continuous winnings, it is time we finally take on the most difficult ones. We get a 165 from Belgium. e4. Okay, the first thing to realize is that my pawns physically cannot capture, because in order for a pawn to capture, the target must be next to it, therefore the target cannot be captured due to the rules. I'll just push enough pawns to open up my pieces. d6. Not very aggressive. d4. Okay, that is really bad though. The more pawns he keeps in his territory, the more pieces and pawns get invincible due to the rules. This guy needs to play more aggressively or else this game is going to move 50. And he moved a bishop 1 square. Bishop c4. Queen c8. That is a queen move, but instead of an aggressive development he chose a horizontal 1 square move. h3. This is going to take a while. h5. Aha. Very aggressive. Knight f3. g6. Knight g5. I mean, I can't really take his f-pawn as it is still being next to 2 more pawns, but at least this attack may provoke him to bring more pieces out in the open. f6. Aha. That makes the f7 square empty and does not require a capture anymore. I'll go in with the bishop. King d8. Knight back. Rook h7. Aha. His knight is not adjacent to any pawns. That blunders a horsey. h4. That blunders a rook, but his rook is next to his g-pawn. Knight c3 instead. No need to pull the bishop back, since he pushed h4, very big chance he's about to push g5 as well to help defending h4. Never mind. Bishop back. g5. Okay. That may be a problem. If he continues with g4, that g-pawn will be absolutely invincible going down the line, as it will pretty much always be next to at least one of my pawns. Need to stop that from happening. Therefore, after thinking for a while, g4. I'm betting on the fact that he doesn't know about the French move, but if he does, then this game may enter a phase that I have to defend myself instead of continuing my attack. Perfect. Alright, let's break the center. e5. If the challenge restricts my ability to make captures, I'll let my opponent do the captures instead. F takes c5. Bishop e3. E takes d4. Aha. That pawn isn't next to any pawns. I'll take it with the bishop. a4. He's suggesting a rook and bishop trade, but bishop c4 instead. a3. Need to stop that pawn. b3. Rook f7. Okay, that blunders a rook, but it is now next to a pawn. My instinct is screaming at me to move my knight away, but my brain says no. There is no good square for the knight and it is already very obviously defended. The best thing I can do is to make this defense even clearer than it is right now. Queen e2. Moving the queen even closer to the knight. At this rate it is physically impossible for him to miss it. His rook is next to my pawn. Oh my god, I can already see this is about to go very wrong very quickly. Let's just get the king away first. Okay, since he didn't see the queen's forward move, of course he should be able to see the bishop's backward move. I mean, it doesn't make much sense, but if you think about it, no one can be blinded both ways. You have to either look forward or look backward. Can't just not make a choice there. Yes, he does see the backward move. Still blunders the rook, but still next to a pawn. Queen e4. I'll find a way to get the queen in there. A rook trade would also be really nice. Bishop takes g5. Also next to a pawn. Rook e1. At least he sees his rook cannot take my knight. The horsey is going to be super effective to attack his closed territory. It's fine. Bishop g7. His bishop cannot take my bishop, it has to stay there to defend the checkmate. You know what? It is the last move of the game anyway. Queen takes e7. Checkmate in 1. Mission is failed, but at least I won.